Chantel Funk & Co. has been open for 9 years this fall. Crazy. And we were established in 2012 we had at the time 2 stylists and an assistant. One of our original stylists, Jessica, is still with us today. And we were 2 girls just on a mission to bring great hair to the world. At the time, both of us had about 3 to 5 years of experience, so we were new. And we really had no idea what we were doing. But as the years went along, there were issues when we came to employing stylists. And essentially what would happen is we would hire a new talent stylist, somebody out of school, maybe a student, and we had to give them some kind of direction in the salon. And as stylists grew with us over the years, we wanted to set up a standard of excellence for our clients' expectations. And what happened is we created an apprenticeship program, and it's evolved over the years. We don't always stick to the same program, but we have some key standard programs that we like to facilitate for our team members, regardless of when they start here or how long they have been in the industry. So it's been this evolving thing, but what was really neat about getting it all wrong is what you learn from it. And what we learned here as a team is that stylists are motivated when there is a promotion or a title ahead of them. As well, for stylists to get paid a specific way, they have to be earning a certain amount in revenue. So yeah, we're a sales team and we have goals we have to achieve because we have to pay our bills. And so in this industry, essentially when you earn a dollar, a stylist might maybe get 50% of that dollar, maybe. There's a lot of overhead costs, and so we've kind of had to just play it by ear, get it all wrong to figure out what works. And now we have a system that works seamlessly for both the stylist and the company to motivate stylists sort of through their promotion and their title. So that's part A. Part B is that we need to have a system, or we needed to create a system that had very specific standard of expectations from clients. And so we did, first of all, the tiers. We started with just a junior stylist, stylist, and a master stylist. It's grown to a student and apprentice stylist, a junior stylist, a stylist, a senior stylist, a master stylist, and an elite master stylist. Why do we have so many? Well, because for one, we need to be able to establish the difference between each of these levels. And as we've grown, let's say for example, about 5 years ago, we had a stylist who had hit master stylist level, but she had only been doing hair for about 1.5 years. And that stylist was like, I don't feel comfortable being titled a master stylist. And so I agreed with her. I said at the time, I recognize that you hit this goal as far as our revenue goes, but as far as it comes to education and experience, she wasn't there yet. So her and I created together a title called Senior Stylist, and she was quite happy with that because it meant that she did get a promotion, but it also meant that she still had ways to go before she felt she earned the title Master Stylist. So that's a great example of how we've kind of pivoted our program based on the needs of our team. And now we have a system that works. So when a stylist is in school, they are considered a student or apprentice. What's the difference? Some people don't apprentice. Some people are just students and they work directly in the salon. Other stylists only apprentice and they're not behind the chair. So an apprentice stylist would be someone who would maybe assist in washing, blow drying, doing a lot of cleaning, and be more of an assistant. Whereas a student is someone who is actively learning in school. So that's kind of dependent on what the goals are of that new student. Then we have a junior stylist. This means that they've completed their hair program. Now the hair programs in our industry vary from school to school. Some schools have a level 1 and a level 2, and other schools are all encompassing. Of course, we aren't regulated by the government, so there is no formal licensing anymore, but there is informal licensing that stylists can do. So when someone is listed as a junior stylist, that means that they've completed at least their level 1 outside of the salon. And then from there, as a junior stylist, we have specific styling, coloring, formulating, cutting guidelines that we need to see from that stylist before they can graduate to stylist, from junior stylist. Now, that being said, anytime we bring someone on our team, we train them on our branded services, which is C, which we'll get to in a minute. So after junior stylist comes stylist. So this stylist has to be proficient in variety of services, understanding, and their actual skills need to be at a certain level. Then from stylist goes to senior stylist. This means that that stylist has worked behind the chair for a significant period of time, has built a clientele, has bookings and repeat clients, so they're more on demand. Essentially, when we look at the numbers for this as part of revenue and employment goes, there are percentages that we look at as to how booked this person is that makes them so demanding, if that makes any sense. So we run a bunch of reports. We look at how loved they are by our community, and from there, when they've hit a certain revenue, that's when they get to hit senior stylist. So a senior stylist from there is someone who is going to be further training with myself and our mentoring team. So our mentoring team consists of Jessica, who has been doing hair for over 10 years. She's an elite master stylist, and our master stylist, Ali, who's been with us for over 3 years. So a senior stylist then has to kind of go in depth, learn color corrections, how to really improve on time, efficiency, formulations, enhancing cutting skills. There's a lot of requirements there as far as expertise goes. And then with that, they also have to hit certain revenues. So from senior stylist to master stylist, there needs to be a significant amount of clients coming to see that stylist before they'll hit master stylist. What's really cool is we've seen people come through this program and do exceptionally well. They have just found their niche. They found something that they're very, very skilled at, and they have the following and clientele building very quickly. So after master stylist becomes elite master stylist. So as always, we require stylists to continue their education. So someone has to be doing hair for 10 years before they can hit elite master stylist. What sets the difference apart a master stylist and elite master stylist isn't just time, it's also experience. So when I'm sharing with our master stylist or even a senior stylist things that I've learned, a lot of them are things that have been experienced. So as far as customer relations goes, as far as planning a hair journey with us over a period of a year, things like that take time to really understand and learn. They can't be taught in a classroom and absorbed, retained, and then utilized until somebody has actually experienced it. I always tell people, when you have a puddle on the floor moment, when something goes really sideways and you are absolutely broken by the circumstances that happened, those are your learning moments. Those are what create an elite master stylist. Basically, you have to fail really hard in order to succeed. That's just kind of how that goes. So we talked about A being our employment and promotion, B being our education piece and all of the standards of excellence, and C has to do with our branded services. So our branded services are something that I have created with the feedback from our team around consistent results. So for example, our Sunburst shade service, this is a service that has a very specific layout of foils on someone's head. It can be created with absolutely any color of the rainbow. And there are, of course, adaptations that can be made for that appointment. What's awesome is that this service then becomes predictable. So anytime you see a photo of the Sunburst shade service, it might look slightly different from person to person, but there's a common theme. These are face framing highlights. They have more ribbon effect than they do color melt. And really it's like our surfer beach look. Why I love the fact that we created branded services is that when a client comes to see us who's been following our brand for a long time, they can feel confident that even if they see a junior stylist or an elite master stylist, that they're going to get very predictable results based on the images and the system. Of course, there are always exceptions when it comes to color corrections or previous color in the hair, but the branded services are there to guide our team so that when, let's say, I break my arm and I need someone to do my clients, I can pass over my notes, and in our extensive notes that we keep here on our client file, I can say I've done the Sunburst shade service, and they know exactly what that looks like. They can go right into that head and follow that pattern. So we have a variety of branded services. Every stylist is trained on these. And moving forward, more of our team will be included in developing new services, which is very exciting. So that's kind of our salon tier system. It's complex, but very effective in setting both the stylist and the client up for success. Why we charge different prices for our salon tier system is based on specifically everything we just mentioned. There is a standard of excellence starting even with our students and junior stylists. That starts with our base price point. Then from there, it has to do with how on demand this client or this stylist is with their clients. So if they are 75% booked, if they are 2% booked, whatever that looks like will be reflected in what tier they're in. Then there has to do with their skills. So for example, Ali, she hit master stylist in 3 years. She's a rock star. It's fantastic for her. That's kind of an unrealistic expectation of our team to hit that goal so quickly. But Ali is very driven on what she wants. We focused very specifically on her ideal clientele and developing her skills in the area that she was interested in. And she just really jives with her community of clients. And so Ali specializes in vivids, and there's not a heap of stylists in the Valley who are specialists when it comes to vivid hair color, permanent vivid hair color. And so she's just really done exceptionally well. And so everybody kind of has their own pace that they do things. Some people are motivated to really go for it, and other people just kind of want to plug away. They want to take their time. They want to build, kind of like a long-standing career. And other people are like pedal to the metal. They want to do as hard and fast, and they have goals they want to achieve. So I would love to know if you have questions about our salon tier system. We are going to make sure that this video is readily available on our website and here on YouTube. And we would love for feedback. If there's things that you think aren't working or things that you love, we love to hear about it because we're always striving to do better. I hope you have a really good day, and I hope that this was a bit interesting for you. Bye, guys.